And we're live.
Oh, we live. Oh,
We are live.
what's the name of this podcast?
The Expendables.
Hey, welcome to the Expendables podcast. I'm your today's host, Reek. We got T Streets in the building,
What up? What up?
and we got the First Lady Donnie in the building.
What up, yo?
Yeah, and we ready. We ready. Um, Today's episode is called "To Forgive or Not."
That's interesting. That's interesting. Yeah. We want to touch on
Are
forgiveness
y'all
today.
forgiving
Or not.
Before we go into anything, how's everybody doing today?
I'm doing well.
Everybody
I had a
doing all right.
week is going all right. I had a rough night. As you know, we talked a little bit before we started. I had a rough night as well. Woke up out of my sleep with pain in my shoulder and my back around 4 a.m, and been up ever since. So yeah, it's been tough. Slept for like 4 hours maybe. Rough night, but I'm all right. I'm here.
All right, bet. Let me tell you this. I told you I had like a herniated disc, right?
Yeah.
So, man, I waited like I was going to have surgery at one point because of how much pain I was in. But next thing you know, 2 months, well, how many was that? October, November, December, January. 5 months later, I'm sitting up here. My back is not hurting. There are no issues with my back. And apparently, what's that noise?
I don't know. It sounds like there's something hissing.
Mm-hmm.
We've been hacked.
Who got a tire? Is somebody letting the air out a tire?
That's exactly what it sounds like.
Hold up.
Is that coming from your end?
Oh, yeah, that might be my end. Sound like it. Yo, so apparently, like, I got a whole bunch of other programs and shit that I have on my computer because I'm doing a whole bunch of other shit, right? So
Mhm.
this shit just decides to pop up on its own. But either way, going back to the herniated disc, apparently it heals itself. You know, you do enough stretching, you do enough whatever. So if you can wait out the pain, your back will fix itself. So I'm in no pain right now. I can sit up here and have no issues, no pain down my legs. So yeah, that's a blessing. Donnie, what's up?
Ain't nothing, man. I think that's good for you though, Reed. I mean, I think in terms of, my situation, that's what they were hoping for, that it'll heal itself
Mhm.
until until it turned into what it is.
Mm.
But that's always a possibility, with the proper, rest and physical therapy and just being active and stuff like that. It can definitely, you know,
Yo,
a huge difference. So kudos to you. You got rub it in though.
nah, I ain't trying to rub it in, but I'm gonna tell you this. I did no physical therapy. I just did
That's
stretching
good.
and back breaking.
That's good, man. Shoot, man.
You got your back
I
broken.
I crack a I crack.
No, I was
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. He
no.
got his back broken there. I crack my back. That's not good. It's something.
Yo, I have never like I was going to a chiropractor at one time.
Mhm.
So I was always scared about them dudes cracking my back and my neck. Man, I've never felt so good after they cracked my neck and my back. I mean, they would put their knee. The way that they move your body around is crazy. But if you haven't been to a chiropractor, go to a chiropractor if you have issues or whatever. Y'all ready to get started?
We ready. Hold on, before you get started, So the neck, when they cracked the neck, I had it done one time.
Uh-huh.
It felt great afterwards, but I was like, don't do that ever again because I thought I died.
Look, but at the quickness of how they do it, they just
Yeah, you hear that
and then
sound? I'm like, it don't hurt at all, but it's like,
unhurt.
oh shit, you just killed me. But I'm
Like
still alive.
what?
Yeah, still alive, and you feel good afterwards. So that's a plus. That's a plus. All right, all right, all right. We're gonna get started with today's show, forgiveness or not. So, real quick in entertainment news, let's talk about Nicki Minaj.
Talk about your girl, honey.
You said what?
Talk about your girl. That's your girl.
Yeah, that's your girl. That's your girl. Um, Nicki Minaj, whose brother is in jail for raping a 11-year-old, and whose husband is has been allegedly charged with sexual assault. Yeah, that's not good at all. It seems like the Republican Party is just collecting sex offenders. Uh, like you want to like they collect the
Felons and sex.
offenders.
Yeah.
Yeah, like baseball cards. Yeah, we got to get R. Kelly and P Diddy next. Yeah, we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna have a full deck. Um, so Nicki Minaj, rapper Nicki Minaj, this article is from The Guardian. Rapper Nicki Minaj claimed she is President Donald Trump's number one fan at a U.S. Treasury event in Washington, D.C. on Wednesday, saying she and his supporters will not let him be bullied. Yo, I don't understand with all that's come out, and I don't know if y'all been paying attention to these Epstein files. Um, the amount of his name apparently has been mentioned in the Epstein files 38,000 times.
Whoa,
38,000 times.
No
whoa.
way.
But yet she says I am probably the president's number one fan, and that's not going to change, she said. The hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. It actually motivates me to support him more. Like, how could you be so stupid? Is that check that damn great that you can like drop all your morals and just say, yeah, this is my direction I'm going right now. This is the path
It's
I'm gonna take.
it sounds like she on the campaign by herself. You know, it's more so it's given very much I'm trying to save my own ass if something happens. And right now he appears to be the person in power. And if I can manipulate him, then I'm good. It sounds like you trying to get something out of it. She's trying to play the
She
rich
better be.
game, but yeah, it's like she's trying to play the rich game, but she playing that shit all wrong.
Yeah. I mean, as a Nicki Minaj is you're not the number one fan, right?
Who me?
Yeah.
I've never been like a stan. Let's just put it together. I
Yeah.
always felt like she contributed
Hmm.
to rap. I always felt like she was the one of the best
Hmm.
female, if not the only female rapper. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? I loved her. I love what it is that she brought to rap.
Right.
But this right here, it's kind of hard for me to stand behind you on this. Not saying that I'm not gonna listen to her music again because I'll sit there and be like, okay, yeah, well,
Oh.
I'll be a hypocrite because I still listen to R. Kelly.
Hmm.
I'll be a hypocrite. I'm not saying that I would support any of the new projects or anything like that, but I mean that's still gonna be in my lineup. She made some good music, but as far as you integrating and putting um politics before your own fans,
Right.
that right
Right.
there is unacceptable to me. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
and it's like a slap to our face because it's like every time we feel like we get ahead and we sticking together, we band together, it always takes
Mhm.
that one person to slap us in the face. It makes us all look stupid. And you got loyal fans that been loyal and will be loyal, ride or die, no matter what. And it's like this is what you doing.
Yeah, the Barbs are still loyal. I don't recall hearing
Yeah.
anything about them
Oh
turning
no
their
no no
back
no
on
no
her
no no
yet.
no 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 no. What it is one, she lost a lot of supporters,
Hmm.
especially from the LGBTQ um that them people, you
Hmm.
know.
Hmm.
She's lost a popularity thing. You know
Okay.
what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like versus where she would get on and people would ask her for her albums and stuff like that. You're threatening with not giving people an album because people don't agree with you agreeing with Trump. Like that's not how you get a hit. And then she's been going on tangent after tangent after tangent.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? People
Hmm.
started to lose faith the last time her and Cardi got into it,
Yeah.
when Cardi was saying like her son favorite number is five. I mean favorite color is five. Like we seen how she's just been going on like little rants and stuff like
Hmm.
Yeah.
that, and it's just like you're losing the support that you had trying to cover your butt. Shawty
Yeah.
thought she had some. She thought she was gonna be a U.S. citizen. Whole time nobody knew that girl was not a citizen.
She whack. She's whack.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, nobody knew that. So you really honestly like I don't even think she was on anybody's radar. I think she just jumped herself out there.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh,
Possible. She might have got that call behind the scenes from Big Trump. Like,
So
yeah,
somebody probably scared her and was like, you know, you don't have a citizenship. So
yeah. I mean, because honestly, I think ICE has a database of who is a citizen and who isn't. You can enter this
right.
country because you have to. How else do they know you've overstayed your visa? They have a database of people who are registering for citizenship and all of that shit. So I think she may have been on that radar. So hey.
well, it's possible.
Either she was, or either somebody warned her that she would be.
Hmm.
And it's
Well.
looking like a guilty party. Like when a hit dog holler, they're
Mhm.
gonna do anything. You know what
Either
I'm saying?
either way, she's accepting money over morals. Money over
Absolutely.
morals. Um, Now another person who has apparently Nikki has had a change of heart, but a person who used to be one of my favorite artists has also had a change of heart. Everybody, I think Kanye West is back. Do we
Oh,
have
Mm-mm.
a round?
you back on the train?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I can.
You back on the train?
Yeah, thank you. I need an applause. Yeah, I don't know if I'm back on the train yet, but Kanye has decided to put in a op-ed letter to the New York Times or the New York Post,
Mm-hmm.
um, basically saying 25 years ago I was in a car accident that broke my jaw and caused injury to the right frontal lobe of my brain. At the time, the focus was on the visible damage, the fracture, the swelling, and the immediate physical trauma. The deeper injury, the one inside my skull, went unnoticed. Comprehensive scans were not done, neurological exams were limited, and the possibility of a frontal lobe injury was never raised. It wasn't properly diagnosed until 2023. Medical oversight caused serious damage to my mental health and led to my bipolar type 1 diagnosis. Um, I'm going to skip all the other stuff and uh, go to the community who he hurt the most, to the black community, which held me down throughout all the highs and lows and the darkest of times. The black community is unquestionably the foundation of who I am. I'm sorry to have let you down. I love us. All right. So he apologized.
Boo, tomatoes, tomatoes.
And that goes into our topic for today. To forgive or not. Now, personally, I like Kanye West. I've always liked Kanye West, but once he started with that bullshit, it's easy for me to throw you away, toss
Hmm.
you like a piece of trash, and I'm cool with that because that's sweat off my back. But you know, I knew something was going on with him internally, and I could see it. And when something is going on and you have that type of what is that, bipolar type,
Lola.
yeah, you're you say to yourself, you're all right, you think you're all right,
Mhm.
and your actions become sporadic and just uh out of control. So while he explains that, I am willing to forgive Kanye West, but I definitely will not forget. I've never stopped listening to any of his songs. If they come on on any of my playlists, I'm going to listen to them. I'm gonna rock out. Um, I don't have to agree with everything this dude says, but what counts to me is he stays in therapy. He stays trying to better himself and all of that. So that's my hope for him. And I'm cool on Kanye West. I'm good. What y'all think?
I feel like I feel like this. I mean, of course, naturally, because of who I am, forgiveness is always a sentiment. However, this is giving me one of those things where I need to see change behavior.
Mhm.
I used to love Kanye, and it's unfortunate that he went through all that he went through, but it's almost given like you're utilizing that as the excuse when you all this money you got, you mean to tell me you just really finding out now what's going on with you? Or you just trying to put in the effort now? Like I think like even if that is the diagnosis and all of that is going on with you, okay, cool. But you still had choices to make. You were still operating and functioning human. So for me, it's like I have to see change behavior and efforts for me to let you back
Mhm.
into that space. And you may not even get that far with me. I'm not sure if I'll be willing to accept it because it's that saying for me, fool me once, shame
Mhm.
on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. But
What you
he
think?
had a long time though.
Yeah, he had a long time, but
And you said some hurtful things about the black community, and it's like we supposed to now welcome you back. I'm just trying to understand this, regardless whether you were sick or not.
Mhm.
There are things that you still said and did that was of opposition to us.
Right.
Yep.
How do we defend that?
Now you're right. I was a big fan of Kanye as well. I recognize people that have the asshole trait in them, and I like those people. But he assholeness reached a certain level that I didn't rock with. I was like, all right, you passed my threshold
Yeah.
for being an asshole. So now, okay, you apologize. You've apologized for things over and over and over again over the last 10, 12 years. I don't believe any of it. You have to do, all right, you apologize, cool. Now you show up. You'll show through your actions from here on out in the public eye whether you should be forgiven. But you won't be forgiven today.
Yeah, it's going to take a minute. You gotta show through your actions that
Hmm.
you're actually on that path that you want to be forgiven. Um, one thing that I hope he's done is personally reached out to all of those people he affected, his friends, his family, his ex-wife Kim.
Yeah.
Now,
Like,
him and Kim, there I saw I can't remember where I saw that, but
mhm,
there was talks that Kim, I think Kanye said it in that article you read that
mhm,
Kim allowed him to see his kids for the first time since
yeah,
she stopped letting him see him. So I think their
yeah.
relationship is repairing.
All right, good,
They're on the
good,
mend. They're getting
good.
close to repairing their relationship as parents.
I mean, I really don't give a two shits about his relationship with Jay Z. I don't know. I think Jay Z is a bad influence. I don't know.
I think no, for real. I think he knew some shit, which is why he started acting like that shit when it came to Jay. Like Come on, because it was just saying out of the blue, and it seemed like he was trying to cry out for Jay Z to help him with something, and Jay Z wasn't trying to help him with shit.
But
That's what it seems like to me.
one thing um I've seen is like a lot of people within that Rockefeller circle, like Beanie, what is that? All of the members of State Property were always like, Jay didn't help us. Of
Mhm.
course, you know, asking another man for a handout is like crazy. But
But
if
is it a
that's
handout if if y'all kind of like
yeah, if
made it
that's your
what it
man,
is?
yeah,
Everybody had a part, and that's supposed to be your man's. Is it a helping hand, or is it, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, you already
yeah,
know that you could probably get into rooms that your man's can't get into, and so you mean to tell me like you gonna
that's
make this
exactly
person like
that's
suffer
exactly what
because
I'm
they
gonna do.
can't? You the nigga that we can't take to the club because you will leave us outside if we can't get in.
Yeah, I think like is I don't mess with billionaires because I think you stepped over on a whole bunch of backs to get where you at. So Jay
Mm.
Z, he stepped on State Property, Dame Dash, all of them folks to get where he is right now.
Mm.
Also by making good music, but you can't be that rich without cracking a few eggs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
How
believe
many
that.
did he crack?
Yeah.
I believe
Because
Yeah.
that.
he in them files too.
I'm on the opposite side of y'all with the Jay Z with the state property stuff. I agree with Jay Z. I wouldn't have like the Beanie Siegel thing when he was locked
Uh-huh.
up and he could have gotten out of jail if Jay Z took responsibility for him. I wouldn't have done that shit.
Yeah, no. I can't take responsibility for another man, especially when he's unpredictable. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that, but I'm just saying, you don't get
How
to
much
be
responsibility did he really take for beating though?
none.
He shouldn't take any.
Okay
None.
then. So
Why should he take any?
my thing is this. You already know how your people is. You already know. We all get together
Hmm.
collectively. You know who gonna be the last out and stuff
Hmm.
like that. You be having the choices and see the red flags earlier on. So
Hmm.
at the same time, if that was the case, you know what I'm saying? All right, cool. You know your man to crash out. You supposed to stand behind your man's 100% because you know he to crash out.
Yeah.
Nope.
Because you
You gotta
stand
separate.
behind him. No, 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 no.
You
If
gotta
you gonna
separate.
be friends, no, no, no. That's like being friends, and that's just like being a secret lover. If you ask me, because you can't sit there and be my friend and be with all the shit that I was doing. If you had an issue with it from the beginning, and now we in the public eye, now there's a problem. Now we got rep. No, support
No.
your man
You
one
gotta
hundred
separate.
percent.
You gotta separate. It comes a time where you tried all you can try. And
What
if
the
your
hell is
people,
trying though? Because a lot of the times we do not try for shit. We let that person be who the hell they are.
yeah,
And
but your
then
claim, your
the only time we say something is when it affects our image.
you're
Like,
assuming
no,
you're assuming that he didn't try.
no,
If I
I'm
try
not
with somebody,
assuming anything.
yes, you are, because you're
I'm
assuming
not
he didn't try.
assuming anything. I'm just saying if you knew your man was a crash out from day one, then why bring him on board so he could crash out and embarrass you? I feel like that was a Jay-Z issue, not a Beanie Siegel issue.
But
That's what I'm saying.
if
No,
Beanie
it's
is like
not.
one of a fire ass rapper, I'm gonna bring him on board and like,
Yeah,
So
yeah,
exactly, you got to accept
you
what
got to
the
remember
hell
they
it
not
is.
friends. There is a business relationship.
yeah, it's
Within that
yeah.
business relationship, people felt like it was family.
If
You don't owe nobody that you
he
just met
knew
anything.
he knew. You're very much aware. He probably gave him a speech. Hey, look, man, you know what I'm saying? I know you'll crash out. You know what I'm saying? If you crash out, you on your own type thing.
Mhm.
But it's more so like I feel like if you go and have this person here and efforts for you to come up as well, because you're benefited from it. You know this person is a crash out, but you're benefit from it. When you can't benefit from it no more, then you throw it away. Like that doesn't make sense to me.
So
He didn't
let's
throw anything away though. That's the thing. He didn't throw anything away.
so let's say this. So let's say this. Let's
You
say
too literal.
Well, I know the backstory of everything.
It
So
doesn't matter
so
what backstory you know. That's not the point that I'm trying to make. What I'm trying to make is this:
I,
you
I I
cannot.
understand your point, but I don't agree because I know the backstory.
It's not a disagree or agree type of a situation. It's more so like I feel like me
Yeah,
personally,
and
I
I
asked you
don't
to agree.
agree.
I didn't ask you to agree. That's the
Okay,
thing.
that's fine. I'm just stating that I don't agree with you. That's all.
You gotta agree with her. Now, so basically, when that said, when Terrence says, when T Street says, "I'm sorry" or "I apologize," what's what's the first thing your body does before you verbally respond? And
I don't
I'm
say
and
I'm
I'm
sorry that often.
you know, and I'm
If I say
rephrasing
it,
it.
I really think I did something wrong.
No, but like
What are you
no,
talking? Ain't nobody. What?
in the sense of Kanye West, in the sense of Kanye West, because he's apologizing to everybody. When you hear the words "I'm sorry," this is going back in forgiveness. When you hear the words "I'm sorry," how does that make you feel? Or "I apologize"? What does that do? How do you verbally respond to that?
It depends. It really depends on why the person is apologizing. What
Mm-hmm.
happened that caused us to have whatever type of rift or
Mm-hmm.
whatever type of disagreement for someone to apologize. It just depends. If it's something that I would deem you crossed the line, I may not even hear your apology. If I think you crossed the line, I may not hear your apology. Or maybe I will. You have to let time go past. If you come too early, pause. Uh,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that's the pause.
uh,
God dang.
yeah, that was bad. That was bad.
Yeah, if you come too early. Yeah, thank you, Donnie. Yeah, that deserved that look. No,
That was bad. That was bad.
it's nasty.
But it really depends on the situation. I'll say, all right, if it's nothing that I deem as somebody crossed the line and we can't
Hmm.
repair it at all, then my first reaction before I actually speak in my head, I'm going to be cussing this person out. I'm going to have all these things that I want to say to try to hurt them more than they hurt me. By the time I decide to respond, I may or may not accept the apology. I would definitely have the conversation,
Hmm.
and we'll see how the conversation go before I decide if I will accept the apology.
Right. I'm gonna tell you this. I don't. I probably apologize for tons of things that I've done. I'm appreciative of the people who accepted my apology and let me live, and and we moved on from there. Um,
You appreciate the
he said what?
Me too.
You almost like you appreciate the apologies. You
Nah, I
appreciate them
appreciate the
accepting
people.
your apology, but
Yeah. Nah, for
you must
real,
have
man.
did sound like you did some fucked up shit, man.
Nah, I really don't do. I no, I don't do. Yeah, maybe. Like in my younger days, I probably done some fucked up shit, and I got a lot of apologizing to do to people who I really mess with. Um, but as far as people, apologizing to me, because I'm, I just said what I said, and I can be on the other side of the coin. I can accept apologies and keep it moving. If I feel that that relationship is worth it, or friendship or whatever the situationship is, I can move forward from that.
Mhm.
I can definitely move forward.
Me, I feel like this. Um, I used to be that individual who all you had to do to get back in my good graces was issue an apology.
Hmm.
But as I've gotten older and got like matured emotionally, I
Mhm.
feel like sometimes an apology is just a cop out. Is you copping out of taking responsibility and accountability for what it is that you really did.
Hmm.
Because a lot of the times you could apologize with full sincerity, but not change a thing. And like I've stated earlier, there has to be changed behavior. If I bring something to you or you're fully aware of you doing something that you know could potentially hurt my feelings, but you do it anyway, I have a problem with that. So forgiveness for me is almost like I'm not forgiving you. I'm forgiving myself for allowing myself to be boo boo the fool, for
Hmm.
allowing myself to let you get close enough to me enough to hurt me. I am forgiving myself. I don't think it has anything when I forgive to do with the other person because my thoughts about the person is still going to be the same
Hmm.
way. And if you try to come back, it's almost like a light switch. Either
Hmm.
I care or I don't care. There's no in between, and I can't keep. I feel like I can't keep allowing the BS. I don't. And betrayal
Hmm.
for me is something completely different. If I've forgiven you for something because I love you, you got to take it at face value
Hmm.
because you can't keep doing that and thinking that I'm going to still respond to you in the same way. So I always say, like, an apology is like when you crumble up a piece of paper and then you open it back up, those creases and stuff gonna be there. Every time you crumble it up and open it back up, it's never gonna go back to its original form. So, like, for me, forgiveness ain't for nobody else but myself and my growth. You
Hmm.
see what I'm saying? Like, but nah, after a while, you got to go. You
Yeah.
got to
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, have y'all ever been in a situation where like you had like have you been in a situation where you had to forget, well, you didn't have to, but you chose to forgive somebody and it was over some bullshit?
Meaning,
Bullshit, as in,
As in anything, just a situation in general.
I have.
I
I've
mean, I
forgiven.
think everybody has, yeah.
I
Yeah.
have. I've forgiven somebody that's very, very close to me
Hmm.
that I didn't think I was going to forgive.
Hmm.
Actually, if it was like 10 years earlier, I probably wouldn't have because I
Hmm.
wasn't mature enough. But I was able to forgive them for how they made me feel in the situation. And when I did it, it was one of those, all right, we had our conversation went fine. I was like, all right, from this point on, none of that even matters.
I should say this. Have you been in a situation where it tested your limits of forgiveness?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
now that one right there, because I think in terms of I could kind of elaborate on that. It
Hmm.
depends on the person's position and how long it's been that that person has been in your life, who that person is to you, and how long it's been.
Hmm.
I think we give a lot of grace to a lot of people just because of who they are in our lives,
Hmm.
but like I think, like I said, the thing for me is more so like I'm loyal sometimes to a fault,
Hmm.
and after a while, I'm gonna wake up, and once I wake up, everything that you've known, the covering that I've given you, is going to be gone.
Hmm.
Period. I'm not going to be able to look at you the same way. I'm not going to be able to talk to you the same way. I'm not going to be able to express to you the same way as I have before. That's not saying that I don't love you or that I don't care for you.
Right.
That's just saying that my interactions with you overall is not never going to be the same. We can never repair something that you knew that you broken. Like, cause I
Right.
get tired of keep forgiving the same behavior. It has to be changed
Right.
behavior.
Right.
Yeah.
I can remember one time, well, back in when I was in school or whatever, this dude I knew uh took my information and did some real cruddy shit with it.
No, that's
Where he
fine.
would, yeah, he would go to the hospitals and he always had like like STDs and shit, and he will always use my information to get treated at the fucking hospitals. And I would get the bill. He didn't know my full name, so he would just write some whack ass middle name and shit. And you know, if it was just the hospital bills, I would have kept it cool. But one day, I was driving. I went from church to go to McDonald's to go get something to eat, probably some type of biscuit or whatever. I was coming back, and Arlington police come right up behind me, sir. So I pull over up in my grandmother's neighborhood, and the police go like, "Sir, we have a warrant for your arrest." What, motherfucker? I'm squeaky clean.
Mm-hmm.
Nah. Me and warrants, they we don't go together. But apparently this dude was stopped by the police somewhere in Virginia, and he gave them my SSN, right?
Mm.
Police didn't check any ID. They let him go. He didn't go to court. He didn't do anything. So there was a warrant out for my arrest. And I was arrested by fucking Arlington police. And those were the
Oh
most
yeah. Nah.
racist.
Ooh.
That day was a shitty day. And then the people in the jail, they put me in a jail cell with a homeless dude. There were 10 other open cells, right? But they
Mm-hmm.
put me in a cell with a homeless dude. And but long story short, I fought the case. I was exonerated. I was There were no charges against me,
That's crazy work.
but I don't know if he ended up going to jail or not. Don't know, don't care. I wash my hands of that motherfucker. But there were times where I knew where this dude lived, and I knew people. And my mind was just so tormented at that time. I would have done whatever. But the thing is, at some point, I had to stop thinking about this dude, and I had to let go. I didn't. I want to say I forgave him. I didn't forget, but I had to. That's something that I had to let go of because that shit was gonna eat me alive. Because I really wanted to hurt this person so
That's
bad.
crazy work. I
I
don't know why you
understand.
didn't. I don't know why you didn't. You could have took a bid off of that.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
I
if he was
could
gonna
have,
put your name in shit, he was gonna pay for it. You would have did the time.
I could have got my lick back, but I mean, you look at everything that you have in front of you, right, and what you risk. It wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it, and you know, I think if I did take the action I wanted to take, I probably wouldn't be in this spot right now talking to y'all. But um, I had to forgive and forget that shit. But I just say that it took me a lot. It took me years to try to get over that shit. And I know I I think this motherfucker's down in Miami right now with some cult, dumbass.
Mm.
Um uh but he got the worst of it. So, karma's a bitch.
Hmm.
But yeah, no, no, but that situation is pretty much one of the times that I've really had to, it was tough. It was tough. Um, but honestly, on my end, I've done some probably. I think the people that I've hurt the most were more females. So I would probably have to ask. I would probably have to go down a list of people and ask for forgiveness. And I have not done that, and I probably will never see these people again.
Do you
But
think it's worth it though? Now at this
nah,
stage
nah,
of life,
nah,
with
nah. But
time going
it's just regret because how you treat people. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because what you give is what you get back.
Oh yeah, for
That's a
sure.
fact.
I believe that. So it doesn't make a difference at this point, but it's almost like being at peace when you like Kanye West is up there. I gotta apologize to this person, that person. You got to be at peace with yourself.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Hmm.
look, I said what I said. I apologize. You can forgive me or you don't, but I said what I said. I'm at peace right now. There's no more stress on my back or on my shoulders about this whole situation. So you know, forgiveness does a lot, man.
Yeah,
Definitely does
and
a lot.
to share a story where I had to forgive someone just for my peace.
Hmm.
That goes back to my accident. I remember being in the hospital. You were there. The rest
Yep.
of the guys was there, family, friends, and a bunch of y'all was like, "We know who it is. We have the address. What you want us to do?" I think Weekend posed
Hmm.
that question to me. My uncle posed that question to me. A
Hmm.
couple of my cousins posed that question to me, and I told them, "Don't do anything because I don't want y'all to get in trouble." And
Yeah.
then if you fast forward uh, 8 months, that's when I started 8 months and I started doing physical. Well, when I started being able to do some of the physical therapy myself instead of the physical therapist just moving my limbs,
Hmm.
when I was able to do some of that stuff myself and the pain I was going through, I wanted to kill the person. So I called somebody who I knew back in the day would have killed somebody. I called them and was like, yo, can you get the person that hit me? I said, and I want you to capture them. I want to kill them.
Mm.
And he told me, he said, listen, he said, I'm not that guy anymore. And you need to talk to somebody because this isn't you either. And at that moment, that's when I finally decided, I said, all right, I need to talk to a therapist because I want to kill somebody.
Hmm. I get it.
And I had to
I
forgive
get what
them.
yeah. I mean, to be in that situation, T, man, that it. I don't even know if I could forgive that person. I don't know if I could forgive that person, man. But do you forgive that person? Let me ask you
Had
that.
to. I had to. It was the only way I could move on.
Hmm. But you
It was
don't
the only
forget.
way I could move on. Oh no, I don't forget. Now, if I saw that person, that would test my forgiveness.
Hmm.
Because me saying that I forgive him is one thing. I never met the guy. But if I would run into him on the street today or tomorrow, who knows? Feelings may rush back.
Mm.
Mm.
And I might take my cane and knock him upside the head. Who knows?
You pull one of them old man moves. beat
Who
beat
knows?
motherfuckers with a cane.
Who knows? But but yeah, but in order for me to move forward and to improve a little bit with my mentals, I had to forgive him. Now, whatever I'm struggling with mentally has
Mhm.
nothing to do with my feelings towards that person, or at least that's not the first thing. That's not what I think of
No.
anyway. I don't think of that person. So yeah. So it's sometimes you have to forgive, like Donnie was saying. Forgiveness is for yourself.
Mhm.
There's friends of ours, of yours and mine, Reek, over the years that I had to forgive, and there's three in particular that we'll never be close again.
Mm.
We'll never be as close as we were,
Mhm.
but we're cool. Like there's no beef. If we talk, cool. If I see them out, cool. But they will never be that close to me where they can hurt me again.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But like it's protecting your peace. It's protecting your mental state. So
Oh yeah.
if that's what you have to do to maintain that peace, that's what has to be done. That's what has to be done. I mean,
Exactly.
I mean, you know your limits and you know who you want to be around and who you don't want to be around. And to force yourself to be around somebody that you do not mess with and you know is just no good, it's protect yourself. Protect
Oh
yourself at
yeah,
all
for
times.
sure.
Hmm.
Um, so let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think most people apologize to heal the other person or themselves?
I think how my father say, how my father used to say, you just apologize because it sounds good.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's I definitely feel like a lot of the times it's out of selfishness. A
Hmm.
lot of the times when somebody do apologize because it's like maybe they trying to, hold space or
Hmm.
save face.
Hmm.
Um, and so I think it's hard to tell
Hmm.
a lot of the times. But I think it's just totally up to you how you deal with or how you handle the situation
Hmm.
afterwards,
Right.
you know. So,
Yeah, and I think a lot of it is for yourself in hopes that it heals the other person.
Hmm.
I can
mhm,
speak on the times that I've had to apologize, and like I said earlier, I don't apologize much. I normally mean what I say.
Hmm.
So if I apologize, that means I feel bad for what I did, what I said, or something to that matter. Or maybe I offended somebody and I didn't realize I offended them. So I'll apologize.
Hmm. Yeah.
Once I understand that, oh, I actually offended this person.
Right. Right. I, I
So
agree with
yeah.
you. I agree with you, T. Most of the time, I'm apologizing because I think that's what's needed to like clear the air, and it's not for me. I think I'm apologizing because I know I hurt or I wronged this other person, and as growing up, when I was growing up, apologizing is what you did because you knew you were wrong, and
mhm,
that's something that that person needed to feel whatever hurt or cover up with band-aid whatever hurt that that they were feeling.
Hmm.
So I I don't want to say it's for a selfish reason. I would like to think it's for yeah, just to heal.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
that, like I said, I think for some people it actually does something. Like I said, for me, it used to do something for me just
Hmm.
to know that somebody cared enough to understand, hey, look, you
Hmm.
may have said something or you may have did something that, could have potentially hurt me or harm me or something like that. And I used to be able to take that and run with that. That would give me that fuel. However, I think it's like now you got to be more logical in a situation. Most people are very much aware of what it is that they're doing.
Hmm.
And most people, if they say that they know you, they know what it is that they could do or they could say towards you. So it's more so like, even if it is an unintentional thing, it's it's the thing that when you got to ask for the apology, that
Hmm.
kind of throws me off because it's just like, well, dang, you ain't even apologize or nothing for what it is that you knew, but you were very much aware of what it is that you did. You don't want to take accountability for anything. So I don't know. I don't want to think nobody can be selfish
Hmm.
in terms of apologies, but it's very likely possible that they can be. I
Mm.
know if I give you an apology, then it's really sincere because I'm the type of person who do not like to apologize at
Ooh.
all.
Ooh.
I don't. I don't. And the reason being is because I meant what I said. I meant what I did. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm apologizing, it's because I genuinely, may have done something or said something, and my job is to never hurt anybody or
Hmm.
make anybody feel devalued or feel less than if you're associated with me. So yeah, I mean.
Yeah. A shout out to Chuck, who apologized. Yeah, that
Milk it
was
does her body
uh,
good.
look,
Pass it
me and
on.
Chuck. Yeah, Chuck was my man. Chuck is still my man, but we had a falling out in ninth grade, and I mean, he apologized afterwards, but and I forgave him, and I always forget that dude, man.
One
Mhm.
of y'all hit me
Yeah.
too. One of y'all hit me when I tried to break it up. I can't remember which one of y'all hit me. One of y'all hit me.
It
I was
was
like,
by
damn, I'm trying to
accident.
break it up. I got hit.
Man, I apparently I kicked dimples. I
Oh
was
yeah, you
wild.
did.
I was wilding.
You was fighting?
Yeah, it was.
Boy,
Lord.
I forgot how it started. All I know is Tyreek, his face. I was like, uh-oh, he about to do something. He took that milk,
Yeah.
that carton of milk. He threw that milk carton at Chucky, and then he followed up. Bop. I
Yeah,
was like, oh
yeah,
shit.
yeah. No, so yeah, nah, and I apologize. I think I apologize to Chuck too, man, because like I said, you don't know what people are going through.
Mhm.
Stop messing with people. Um, let's see. Oh, so can y'all think of the worst apology that y'all ever received? I know for me, my kids give me the worst apologies. Like they come up with some bullshit. I mean, they,
They're a lot.
yeah, they allowed to do that, but the
Are they
word,
really?
no, no, no,
No,
no.
I think you just give them a pass because we their parent.
Yeah,
But no,
exactly.
no,
Because
absolutely not.
I love
wait,
them that much, but
wait
yeah,
till they
nah,
reach teenage age. You be talking something different.
nah, they can't give me no, yeah, nah, it ain't gonna be no apologies then. But I mean, the thing about them is that they are truly sorry for what they did. I I can tell. I can tell that they're truly sorry. But they give me the worst apologies ever, except my daughter. Except my daughter. She could damn tear the damn wall down. I'll be like, all right, baby, come on. But
I
yeah,
mean,
have y'all received a weak ass apology?
I'm
I have.
pretty sure I have.
Matter of fact, the worst apology I received. I can't tell you the exact apology because I don't remember, but it's the same as the worst apology I've ever given. It's those apologies when you're being condescending, kind of
Yeah,
when you're saying, "I'm sorry that you felt that way because I da da da," da," but you
yeah.
didn't apologize for whatever you did. You just
Oh yeah.
apologized that they felt bad about it or they're
Oh
Mhm.
mad about
damn. That means I gave out some shitty ass apologies. Go ahead. My bad.
it.
Whew.
That's what it is.
Yeah, if you talking about I apologize that you feel that way. Like,
My,
what the
I,
fuck?
Yeah.
man, I'm sorry, Joe. Shit.
It took me a
Yeah, that's the
long
weak
time to
ass
realize that wasn't an apology. It took me a long time. Somebody, I think my mentor at my old
Mhm.
job, he set me down. He said, "You did, but that's not an apology. The reason why they're still mad is because you didn't apologize." And I said, "Yes, I did." And then he had to explain to me. I said, "Oh." He said, "You don't know this?" I said, "Well, I don't apologize to people." I said, "So
Yeah.
when I do it, it normally come out like this."
Yeah.
Like I said, it starts with accountability, but I
Mhm.
mean, it's more so like when you apologize and it has no depth, that's it. It's more so like how T said, I apologize for you feeling this way.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
That would irritate my soul. But the one thing that I hate the most is the apology followed by a rebuttal. Is
Yeah.
like, but I
Yeah,
apologize, but it's like you're trying to justify still what it is that
yeah.
you did and lack the accountability
Mhm.
on how you make me feel. Like,
But what if they don't fully understand like
come on, we
the
grown,
harm
we
that they
grown,
cause?
we grown, we
Now, when you
grown.
don't fully understand, I think that's different because, like I said, I offend people a lot, and sometimes I don't even know I do it. Like I offended one of our old castmates a couple times,
Mhm.
and there was one particular time I had no clue. I had no clue he was mad. I had no clue, until one of the other guys
Mhm.
was like, "Hey, yo, y'all should talk," and I was like, "Huh? What are you talking about?" And I said, "Hold on, are you talking about?" I said, "Man, I didn't know we had an issue."
Yeah, I think sometimes you just gotta when you're approached with that, you gotta step outside of yourself and like if that relationship is worth repairing or
Mhm.
apologizing for, go ahead and man up. You know, take care of that. Take care of your business.
When is it not worth it anymore, though? When is it not? How many chances are you supposed to give somebody to get it right?
Ooh, like now, if it's a significant other, I mean, however many chances that are in your that you're willing to give this person. Shit, baseball 3 strikes you out, but a human being, it could be one time and you gone. But it's however many you willing to give that person, right?
That's what I'm
Yeah, it
saying.
depends. It depends.
Yeah.
There's people that I've given, I can't even tell you how many chances to
Mhm.
before before I collected enough information to where I said, "All right,
Yeah.
now I'm done."
Mm.
There's people that you only got one time.
Yeah. You stealing from me? Oh, come on, man.
That's a no no.
Yeah.
You can't steal from me and you can't lie to me. Because that's an automatic termination.
Let me ask you this. All right, you said you can't lie, but what if the lie is to protect you?
I ain't trying to hear that bullshit. I'm so sorry. Like, because I'm more so like I'd rather know the truth up front.
Uh-huh.
Why? Because when the truth actually comes out, I got to relive that fucking hurt. And I'm a fucking cancer. Like my emotions be super involved. So it's like just go ahead and rip the band-aid off all at one
Hmm.
time so I can heal at one time and we can get back to a better place. Not hearing none of that bullshit that you was trying to protect my feelings. No, you was trying to protect your ass because you already knew what the hell was about to happen. I feel like if you are apprehensive about
I hit a nerve.
that you
You triggered that girl.
Shit.
I might got some residual stuff. I got some residual going on or something, bro. That
Oh,
PTSD real, man.
oh.
But like I'm just saying, like, nah, man, fuck all that. Fuck all that. At the end of the day, no. You ain't protecting my feelings. You protecting your ass. That's what you protecting. You protecting your space in my life. That's what you trying to protect. Hell no.
Oh.
No.
Ding, ding, ding,
No.
ding, ding.
Mm-mm.
Try to protect
Absolutely
the
not.
space in your life. God
Mm-mm.
dang.
Okay,
Yes.
Man.
so question to both of y'all on lying. So is lying back to what you said about you're trying to protect yourself by not spilling out everything at once. So if you're withholding the truth, is that considered lying? If you're withholding the full truth, you tell the truth, but you didn't tell a particular part.
All right. Let me ask you this. Is there a difference between and this is some bullshit. Just tell me if I'm on some bullshit right now. All right. Is there a difference between lying and not being honest?
Hmm.
There is a difference.
Ah.
Why? Because I do like you kind of merging those two questions together and I see it. And how I see it in my own brain is when you kind of withholding information, I do feel like that is you trying to protect somebody. When you just blatantly lying, you know fucking well you're lying, it
Mhm.
seemed like you're trying to protect yourself.
Mm.
So that's a little iffy. I think it all depends on what it is. If it's something small that you withholding information on, that would irritate the hell out of me. Cause it's like, why you just didn't say what you needed to say? Like, but it's always that thing where somebody is just trying to maybe protect their position,
But it's your
you
birthday
know.
surprise, boo. Shit.
But if you withholding any information, I do not see that as being a lie. I just feel like you just not telling me everything. So I can't
Hmm.
treat the same. I can't treat it as such. I'd be like, oh dang, you could
Right.
have told me like something like that, and okay. But if you lying,
Yeah, just purposely misleading you.
you
Yeah.
purposely
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Oh my god, it irritates my
Oh
soul. I
shit.
can't.
yeah.
Oh
There's
shit. All right.
times
I can't stand a liar.
there's times like when it's been like some
Sorry, Don.
issues within our friend group,
Hmm.
and I may know both sides. Yeah, I'm gonna
Hmm.
withhold stuff when I speak to
Yeah.
one person or when I speak to each of them individually
Hmm.
because they're pissed at the other person. So I'm
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
going to say, I'm just going to try to show them where they could be wrong at, where they could
What?
have messed up at, because they already stated everything that the other person this person's wrong because of blah 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 blah.
And I'm
I'll
cool
just
Me,
with
what
that.
I would do, what I do, because I always find myself in that type of situation. What I would do is, upon hearing both sides of whatever it is,
Hmm.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to communicate how, you know what I'm saying, that person is feeling, but it's going to come from a position of
you're
my
not going to
own
say it's yeah
experience.
from yeah
Yeah, so
exactly
it's
yeah
more so like, okay, say like hypothetically, I got an issue with Reek.
Fuck.
All right, all right, like, and I'm going to you and I'm ranting, right?
hmm
I would expect for you to be like, hey,
Yeah.
Danya feels like da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? And that way it's more interpreted. And my thing is this: I don't ever give out anybody's, you know what I'm saying, like business or anything like that. But I
Hmm.
do kind of break it down a lot for other people to understand it because I hate the fact that I can see every side of it and I can't be biased. Sometimes I'll be
hmm
wanting to be biased, but a lot of the times it's like, damn, I can really see the perspective. So like I pretty up the truth to the other person for sure. But at the same time, some you gotta get hurt, right? So that's why I
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah. And nah. Both. I agree with both of y'all. If you're just a ear, just listening
hmm
to an issue,
Hmm.
and it's all about, all right, I listen to you, and I'm not gonna run my mouth to somebody else. I'm cool with that.
Right,
So,
right.
especially in friend groups or whatever the situation may be, somebody always needs an ear to
Mhm.
that ear so they can, you know, talk. They
got to vent.
talk. Yeah, you
Yeah,
got to vent.
You have to,
yeah.
So,
because when I want to vent about one of y'all,
hmm.
like I can tell you who I call. I call Weekend. I call Weekend at Juniors. That's the person I call because he gonna hear me out. He gonna tell me exactly. You know you're wrong right there.
Yeah.
He's gonna do it off the bat because he know me.
Hmm.
He know that. He know that. Yeah, I want to speak about it with him before I react
Hmm.
because he know when I react I may go too far. So I got to run it
Hmm.
past him first.
Man, yeah, no, it absolutely. I mean, even on my job, I got to play therapist to people that just, I don't know. My office got the environment where people want to cry and damn spill their guts and talk about their issues or whatever. But I'm never the type of person to like, oh shit, such and such, they got this shit going on right now, so don't mess with them.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I don't like to spill the beans, but sometimes you gotta be that person.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's, where we at right now?
Uh, dude, what was the last? I don't remember the last question you asked.
Nah, it
we
was
we
about
kind of it morphed into something
What was
else.
the worst
no,
apology that you
The worst
yeah,
received?
apology. Okay.
yeah. Do you think people are honest when they say I forgive you? How can you tell?
In their behavior. How
Mm,
it is that they act towards you after they say that they've forgiven you.
mm-hmm,
I feel like when you forgive somebody, it's almost as if like my mom used to always say, when you forgive somebody, then you're supposed to throw it into the sea of forgetfulness. You know what I'm
mm-hmm,
saying? So you still can't treat them how, I mean, you can't treat them as if they hurt you. If you're gonna forgive, you gotta truly intentionally forgive that person.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely dependent on their action towards you, if that makes any sense.
No, yeah, and I think it's all up in the body language.
Body
Um,
language, eyes, speech,
yeah, all of that, all of that.
what it is that they're willing to hear, because some people
Mhm.
only either willing
Yeah,
to hear to respond, or just to get their point across, something like that.
yeah.
But it definitely shows
Because
for
if they
sure.
turn their back to you and say, "Man, I forgive you, man. Fuck you, Joe," and just keep, yeah, nah, nah, that's not a,
Who
that's not a. You're not
like
being
what?
honest. We still not cool. Still some issues out there.
Now
Um,
I've forgiven people.
uh,
Like I said earlier, I've forgiven people, and we're not gonna be as close as we once were.
yeah.
It's
Hmm.
because you crossed a line. You crossed a line that we
Hmm.
can't repair. But I love you enough that I do forgive you. We just
Hmm.
can't be as close as we once were.
Hmm.
Now,
Yeah. So, with that being said, so what does forgiveness mean to you? Is it like total absolute absolvement of any like wrongdoing or what? What is forgiveness?
I mean, I think, yeah, for me, if I say I forgive you, that means I'm not looking at what happened, and I'm not looking forward to it happening again. I think the thing is it's levels to it. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? You should be able to know whomever it is enough to know that what you're doing, and
Hmm.
knowing how this person is going to take it. Forgiveness isn't just given, it's earned.
Right.
So I think, like I got to keep coming back to the behavior. It your behaviors is what's going, I think, for me, is going to make me either be able to let things be where it is, and I'm not triggered, or I'm not reminded of something that happened in the
Hmm.
past. Because the first thing that's going to happen is, if I see something that looks like something that I've
Hmm.
already been through with you, then the trust is shot. There's no need in rebuilding. And I would tell people, there's no need to rebuild this.
Yeah.
Too much damage has been done. And when I look at you, the only thing that I'm gonna look at is the fact that you've hurt me, you betrayed me. I'm gonna only see that from you.
Hmm.
And I'd rather just separate myself. It'll be a waste of your time, because you'll be so busy trying to prove to me that you are worthy of forgiveness, and I'm not going to accept it, or I'm not going to be able to see it. So I think it's just the levels and stuff to it. But
Yeah.
change behavior for me,
Yeah.
for
Change
sure.
behavior. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I definitely when I think about my father, shout out to my pops. I'm sure he's going to watch this on the playback. Um, I had to forgive him because it was my brother, my younger brother pointed out to me that one of my main issues is that I haven't let those things go. Some of the things that I went through growing up go. Like me and my brother had it was a big fallout where he said he was gonna punch me or something to that effect. So I got right in his face and said, "Do it."
Of course you
And
did. Of course you did.
this was years ago. This was in my 20s. This is in
Yeah.
my 20s. So, and he was like, I think he was like 20. He was like 20 or 21 at the time. I was
Hmm.
like 26, 27, 27. Yeah.
Hmm.
So had this big thing, and he just said, "He said, man, you need to get over that." And I was like, "You don't understand. You wasn't old enough to really feel or experience what I experienced."
Hmm.
But after we had that little spat, and when I went back and I thought about what had happened, and I thought about the things that he said, that's when I was like, okay, he has a point. Now I wasn't ready right away. It still took maybe 3 more, maybe 4 more years before I actually forgave my pops and really felt that he was sincere in his apologies. Like today, I wish he stopped apologizing. So, pops, when you see this, stop apologizing. I forgave you
Mhm.
already. You gonna piss me off if you keep apologizing.
What is your actions towards him that make him feel like he got to keep apologizing? Because I think that's something that, you know what I'm saying, you should probably look at too. If he probably feeling like you ain't forgave him, or
No, I
because
forgave him
how
because I forgave
you,
him.
but how do you respond to him? That's what I'm asking.
I, I, I,
Like,
I respond to him, what's up? Is what's up? Basic
see,
conversation.
is there a lack of empathy there or a lack of emotion? Because I think when people keep apologizing, it's like I feel like they're searching for a specific emotion from you in efforts for them to feel safe.
Well, I don't like giving people any type of emotions anyway. So
That's why he keeps apologizing.
you don't need to. So this is what I'm saying right here on the show, because I know you're going to watch this on the playback. You don't have to apologize. I forgave you, because if I didn't forgive you, I still wouldn't be speaking to you. So that's enough there. For me to be able to speak to him was a lot. And it took a lot off of me. I didn't
Mhm.
realize how much it took a lot of the things that was holding me back in life off of my shoulders.
Right, right,
It
right.
was really, there was a lot of my trauma came from a lot of the experience I had growing up with him not being in the house, and then being in the house for in my teenage years when he had to come, or when my mother had to call him to come
Hmm.
because she worked at night. My grandmother had a couple strokes, then she passed away. So it was, all right, I need somebody here.
Hmm.
And she brought him in the house. But she didn't realize that he had a drug issue at the time.
Hmm.
And we learned that. We all learned that together.
But that kind of goes into what I'm getting ready to say right now. And I think, when I think about forgiveness, I think it means growth. When,
Mm,
you know, people, I think forgiveness signifies there's a growth in a relationship or a growth in that person, whether it's accepted or not. That person may be a different person than he was before. I think forgiveness also means um, a turning point. It means, hmm, yeah, it can mean whatever you want. But it is another step in a relationship between two people, or whoever the group, or two animals, whatever. Um, but I think forgiveness also takes a lot of weight off. As I said before, it takes a lot of weight off your shoulders. It takes away a lot of regret.
mm.
It takes away uh, stress.
Resentment.
Yeah, resentment, all of that.
Mhm.
I mean, I mean, even if you don't forgive that person, you can leave that situation knowing that, all right, he, whoever feels sorry for what they did,
Mhm.
and and that's a load off. So
Mm,
I think just by saying, asking for forgiveness or accepting forgiveness is a positive thing. Don't ever look at it like it as a negative thing.
mm.
Yeah, but are y'all still waiting on any apologies from anybody else? Or
I ain't waiting for nothing. Because apology not gonna make me or break me. Either I fuck with you still or I don't. It's more so like I said, like once I love you, I always love you. It doesn't
uh,
matter, but I I just gonna run a little different.
hmm,
I'm not gonna be what I or be how I used to be around you,
yeah,
like
move a little different.
emotionally invest in you the way that I
Yeah,
once did. But overall, like I can forgive all day long. That's nothing off of my back.
That's a bet.
Yeah, and I'm not waiting on any. Shoot, I received one earlier this morning. Woke up to a text. Well, not wake up because I was up since 4, but we got a
Mm-hmm.
text this morning. Somebody apologized, and I'm like,
That's because karma
I'm like,
coming
oh,
back around for a lot of motherfuckers. That's
right.
Mm-hmm.
all.
I forgot something transpired, but it was like, I don't care. We good. We're good. Don't worry about that. We're
Yeah.
good.
I think it all depends on who you are and how like how will you take things. If you're not easily offended, I don't think apology is always necessary. I just think where there's trauma, a apology could definitely be beneficial.
Yeah, definitely be beneficial.
Yeah.
You know
Right
what,
about.
Rick? I owe you an apology. I owe you an
Oh,
apology for something from years ago. I'm gonna do it right here. I don't
oh
do this
no.
much, and this is out. This is to you and to Weekend. I think we were in 10th grade. No,
Why
11th,
your face look like that?
12th grade. We were on our way to a basketball game, one of the high school basketball games, and this was at a time where I had never tried the wacky tobacco, and and y'all were partaking,
That's his
and I
high school people. High
and
school.
I it's high school, this is high school, and I asked to pass it to me. Y'all was hype. Oh shoot, he going. Y'all pass it to me, and I threw the joint out the window. So I apologize for throwing y'all J away.
Really? You really go? I thought it was something serious.
Well, they
Oh
was pissed.
no, hey bro,
They was pissed.
that was
Rick
hey
wanted to
look,
kick me out the car.
From
hey
high
look.
school though, I'm pretty sure you done made up for that for by
No,
now.
I've
hey,
G.
never
I've
apologized.
It
I
ain't
uh,
never.
about an apology, but I'm sure you made up for it. You
nah.
probably never did it again,
Nah,
right?
I've heard.
No,
I vaguely remember that situation, but I do not remember how upset I was, but I do accept your apology, my brother.
thank you.
But you didn't need to apologize, but I accept it. I accept it because we showing growth here. Because
Yeah,
that's what
No,
we
I,
do.
yeah.
That's
That's
what we
big
do
of
on the
you to
Expendables podcast.
apologize. So kudos to you,
Yes.
T. Well, I ain't about to apologize for throwing out nobody's
Mm-hmm.
weed. I'd do that shit again.
Yeah.
So I'm
Would I? Am I waiting for any apologies? Nah, because
that ain't worth
this.
it.
Nah. But should I give out apologies? Yeah, but man, most of those situations are dead. So,
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
so it's over.
At this point, anybody that I haven't apologized to for
Hmm.
something, you're
Absolutely.
not getting one from me because I
Yeah.
don't want to apologize.
Right.
So,
Yep.
I think for me, if somebody tell me that they were offended or something happened and they feel a certain type of way, I automatically, go to an apology mode. Why? Because I understand what it feels like. So for me, I'm always going to apologize. So I don't feel like right now at this stage of the game, I owe anybody any apologies. And I don't feel
Mm.
like anybody owe me any either. I just do feel like, time heals everything, you
Hmm.
know. But a lot of stuff that I'm just not going to be rocking with. I have boundaries now,
Yeah, you gotta have
so
um,
it's more so like either we good now or we ain't. I don't have step it. You know whether or not I like you or not. You know whether or not I have forgiven you or not, and I'm not explaining myself to anybody at
nope,
this point. No pun intended. Like I'm
nope,
just saying.
I
nope.
So
got you. I got you.
Yeah, but yeah. So I mean, that man, just get all of that weight off your back, man.
oh yeah.
Like I'm about to get
Yep.
this weight off my back right now and tell y'all, look, you either forgive or you don't forgive. Either
Right.
apologize or you don't apologize. Either way, don't let it stress you out. That,
Hmm.
Yep. And
hey, that's what it is.
when you apologize to someone, like I've apologized to people for things, if
Hmm.
I never expect for that person to accept the apology, I don't expect it. because I know that I may not accept an apology.
I mean, I
Hmm.
think that's how that's supposed to go, though, right? Like,
Yeah,
if
It
you're
yeah.
should
giving
go,
an
but some
apology,
people
you shouldn't be expected of forgiveness.
Hmm.
some people expect it, and then that's when you could question whether are
Yeah,
you sincere in your apology or not? Because you think you earned me to forgive you because you decided
because
that,
you said you
oh, I was
sorry.
wrong.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
nah, got me fucked up.
Yeah.
Sorry. You think that I was supposed to forgive you because you said
Yeah.
you sorry? No.
I mean, but honestly, man, at the end of the day, and we're gonna close out the show with this. If you just did the right thing, you wouldn't have to apologize.
Absolutely.
If you would stand up, you wouldn't have to ask forgiveness.
Absolutely.
So just be a good person at the end of the day. Just
Absolutely.
be a real dude, be a good friend, and be just be a good person.
Be mindful to treat others
Exactly.
how you would want to be treated.
Try your
Exactly.
best.
And then you won't have to deal with none of this. You won't have to deal with forgiveness,
Yay.
all of that.
You ain't
All
got
of
to
that.
deal with all your hurt tangents and the ups and downs and the oh,
Yeah. Yeah. If people did that, they would be good. If people
oh
did
yeah,
that,
for
they would be good.
sure. For sure.
So yeah.
Hmm. And for the ones out there that we haven't resolved any issues, we not. It's up for life because I'm still petty
Mhm.
at the end of the day. So remember that I'm not that greatest person. I'm a
Mm.
very good person, but I'm not the greatest person in the world. I'm still
Tell
going
him.
to be with some people. So yeah, it's.
Talk to
I hope you
He's a
watch
good
it.
he's a good guy, y'all. Don't let him scare you.
him. Hmm.
Don't let him scare you. He a good dude.
Oh, I'm not doing nothing to you. I'm handicapped. I'm not
Shut
doing
up, man.
anything. Hey, listen, let me deal with
Cue
my
the
pain.
music.
Let me deal with my trauma the way I deal with my trauma. Okay. I have to voice it.
Oh
I
yeah,
got
yeah,
my
yeah.
head. I
Yeah,
have to
he's
say
an
it
air
out loud. I
sign.
have to do it.
He's an
I
air
do it all the
sign.
time.
That's what happens.
I get it. I get it. Yeah.
All right.
I want to thank everybody who is listening today. Man, I'd like to thank all of us who took the time um, to check out the show. We pod every other Wednesday, so next week is we're off. We're not working. Week after next, we'll be working. So come check us out on the YouTubes. We on Instagram too, right?
Instagram,
Yeah,
Instagram,
TikTok,
TikTok.
yeah.
at the Expendables Pod.
All the socials. Follow us. The Expendables podcast. T Streets Reek and the First Lady Dawn. So come check us next week. Week after next.
Mm-hmm.
And hey,
And
hey.
and Donnie, what's the tagline? Give them the tagline.
If y'all don't learn my damn tagline, the truth
I didn't
ain't
learn the
pretty.
last one.
The truth ain't pretty, but somebody gotta say
And
it. Yeah.
all right,
And
y'all. All right,
we
y'all.
out of here.
Yeah, peace and love, man. Y'all have a good week, man.
All
And
right.
out.
All right.